Solo Sikoa comes to Friday Night SmackDown this week dressed to impress. Now, usually we see Solo Sikoa come with no shirt, no socks, no pants. He's just ready to Samoa spike anybody in his way. But tonight, he threw on his best three-piece suit. He actually had shoes on, shined to the T. He had his shirt tucked in. He had his jacket fitted perfectly. And with this new Bloodline 2.0 storyline going on, it seems like we got a new tribal chief in the building. And his name is Solo Sikoa. I like where this storyline is going a whole lot, man. With Roman absence, the Bloodline storyline is more predictable than ever. That's one thing about the Bloodline storyline. It was just always predictable. Solo comes out from the crowd. Jimmy comes out from the crowd. But now with tonga, now with Paul Heyman in this weird position of, do I listen to Roman or do I listen to Solo? Oh man, it's really unpredictable at this point. Friday Night SmackDown was a lackluster show. I mean, there's nothing to really write home about, to be honest. Most of the matches were predictable. The highlight of the show was the Bloodline storyline once again, and that's no surprise. We're going to get into it, though. It's Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. We're going to break down, like we do every week, SmackDown, Pittsburgh, PA, on fire tonight. Pittsburgh, PA is a good town. They love wrestling. They in Pennsylvania, and 5 hours away from me, and we got a lot of love for Pittsburgh. The main event, it starts off. The main event will be Naomi versus Bayley. We know that there was no chance Naomi was walking out of Pittsburgh Women's Championship. I really wish WWE creatives stay away from booking things like this. But to be fair, WWE has no off season. So, I guess, maybe you need filler shows, filler matches. This was a filler show. This was a filler match. This is a filler pay-per-view with Backlash, to be honest. But Naomi versus Bayley, the main event. These are two great stars, by the way. It's just the story writing and the creative writing in this. I wish they worked harder on as far as the writers. But Naomi, great wrestler. Bayley, great wrestler. I'm sure they'll have a nice main event, a solid main event. But the show starts off, LA Knight, versus AJ Styles. A rematch of WrestleMania 40. Now, y'all see in my past videos, I wasn't a fan of this beef. I didn't like this feud. I actually thought it was garbage. I think that's the terminology I used. I'm going to be real, though. It grew on me. This LA Knight, AJ Styles feud grew on me little by little. And I feel like the writing started to get a little bit better. LA Knight, AJ Styles, they're two great performers. And the writing tightened up a little bit. Leading into WrestleMania, they had a solid match at WrestleMania. Now they had a rematch tonight to see who's going to be the number one contender to lose at Backlash to Cody Rhodes. This was a guarantee. Whoever wins this match is losing the next match. There's no way neither one of these dudes is beating Cody Rhodes at Backlash. It's just, they have zero chance of beating Cody Rhodes. It makes no sense. Everyone knows, and I'm really interested to seeing where they're going to go with this. But they have a match regardless. Now, I said it once again in a previous video. LA Knight went over at WrestleMania. AJ Styles will go over when they have the rematch to determine the number one contender. Let's see if that happens. The match goes back and forth. Man, LA Knight does this spot off the top rope, and I think this spot is underrated. He has one of the cleanest suplexes off the top rope I've seen in a long time. Most people doing pretty well, but it's something about LA Knight. Every time he hits one of those, I'm like, all right, that was pretty clean to perfection every single time. The match goes back and forth. It ends with AJ Styles pokes LA Knight in the eye. He falls for it. He's selling it. Then you know what comes with next. Phenomenal forearm off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles goes on the Backlash to fight Cody Rhodes for the #1 contender. Well, no, he goes to fight Cody Rhodes for the title, actually. That match was the #1 contender, and the match was cool. It was like, all right, nothing really to write home about, to be honest. But we had a pretty good idea. AJ was going to win. LA Knight is still over. I wonder what they're going to write for LA Knight for, like, Backlash. Are you just not going to have him on a pay-per-view or what? What is going on with LA Knight, WWE? You listen to us with Cody Rhodes. We wanted Cody Rhodes to win the title at WrestleMania 40. We wanted Cody Rhodes to finish the story. You gave that to us. Thank you. LA Knight. We've been putting LA Knight over year after year now. The crowds, every city you go in, popping for LA Knight. He's still getting a large reaction. Why is he not getting put in positions to succeed and excel? I'm not getting it right now. He just lost to AJ Styles. Okay, he got poked in the eye. He lost. But what's next now? You just lost. Like, who does he feud with now? Like, I wish he had something with the Bloodline, or where do you put LA Knight? My prediction is, at this point, LA Knight, we got to recalibrate with LA Knight. We got to send him to Raw, especially. It's going on Netflix in 2025. And I think LA Knight is just time for him to go to Raw, and let's get him in some interesting storylines over at Raw. Maybe LA Knight feuds with Shinsuke Nakamura. I like that. That's what I want to see. I want to see LA Knight get drafted to Raw, get in a feud with Shinsuke Nakamura, and the writers at WWE Raw actually put some effort in both of these storylines. Put some effort, make LA Knight look strong, make Shinsuke look strong, and both of these dudes could excel to the next level. These are two great talents that needs a better opportunity in 2024. So you got AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. Now I see a lot of people, hitting me up like, man, it's gonna be a classic match. This is a great match. The Bullet Club, all this other. I don't know, bro. Like, I could do without this match, to be honest. Okay, Cody Rhodes, AJ Styles. I think it's so fucking predictable, man. It's just like, I hate these predictable ass matches. We know Cody's gonna win. We know they're gonna have a good match. Where's the fucking storyline in this? Backlash is what is it? It's April 19th right now. Backlash is like April 29th. We got 10 days to build a feud between Cody and AJ. I don't see it. This is just a regular match for AJ Styles to lose, for Cody Rhodes to get closer to be starting to get booed by the fans, because I'm telling you, just give it a few months. The trajectory is going to go down for Cody if they don't start spicing his storyline up. Now to the good part. Solo Sikoa hops out the black truck looking dapper Dan. All black on. We see Solo in a suit. He got his little chain, his Cuban neck on. You see Paul Heyman right there. Paul Heyman is like, whoa, like, okay, Solo. Hey, man, you looking good, man. You looking good. He tells Paul Heyman straight up, Hey man, Fatu is the newest member of the Bloodline. And Paul Heyman acting, he doesn't miss a beat. Paul Heyman acting is incredible. Incredible, man. Like, even I be forgetting, man, this is professional wrestling because, man, Paul Heyman is that good. He'll make you forget that, man. Paul Heyman is looking all confused and Solo like, yo, man, yeah. Fatu, new member of the Bloodline, if you ain't know. They go to commercial break. Nick Aldis comes out, general manager of SmackDown, to present the new tag team titles to A-Town Down. Then what happens? Bray Wyatt QR code come on. Ooh. This is going to get interesting real fast. The return of Uncle Howdy. Bray Wyatt brother finishing his story. When this is all said and done, it's not going to be a doubt in my mind what was the greatest, what was one of the, this might be, I don't want to say top, let's just say this is going to be a shoo-in for the top 10 storylines of all time. When they're done with this Uncle Howdy story, this will be a shoo-in for one of the top 10 storylines that WWE ever created. They just set it up perfectly. And it all started with the documentary of Immortal. And even that title, Immortal, then you got Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt, real brother, coming back to finish his brother's story. And, you know, I respect the Vince, but now with Vince out the way, and you got Paul Levesque, the head of creative, who's going to have his hands on this, we're in for something special. I promise you that. We're in for something special. And I looked up the QR code on this video of what it was, and it's like this, I don't even know what it was. It's like a blue sky, and it looks like a dude with a hoodie. I don't know, but y'all could hit the QR code. Y'all can find it on the internet, or, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw it up on a screen. Maybe not, but it's like a weird picture, and I always was bad at riddles, so I completely don't get it. But I just know that this keeps me intrigued. It's like, yo, man, what was that about? And it's a storyline behind it, and I can't wait to see that unfold. But that comes while Triple H is walking to the ring. Now Triple H comes in the ring. He introduces A-Town Down after addressing the crowd. A-Town Down come down. What do I think about this tag team? They cool. They cool. I like Austin Theory. I like Grayson Waller. And I also like that they're not just being thrown in any random, you know, storyline and any random thing. They're two good heels. And there was like the sidekicks of Logan Paul. I think they still are. But now they got gold around their belt, so we got to put some respect on their name. I think they might lose the titles on like Backlash or maybe a random episode of SmackDown. I feel like they're not gonna be the type of champions that just hold the titles extra long. But they get presented the new WWE WWE Tag Team Championships. It's not the world. I think the world is on Raw. So they're the WWE Tag Team Championships, and they're on SmackDown. And the design of these championships. Now, I reference my age a lot just to show y'all I'm from that golden era. My favorite era, I could watch 90s wrestling all day, every day. and be perfectly fine. I would never have to change the channel. I would never have to even watch anything new ever again. If I had to pick a decade I wanted to just live in, and if I had to only watch one decade for the rest of my life, it would be the 90s. Literally 1990 to 1999. I'll be perfectly fine with that. So to see a resemblance of the tag team titles that was in the 90s just brought some extra nostalgia to me, man. It was like, I love how these tag team titles look. They brung the old look back, but it still has the new feel. And I think Triple H has his hand in the design. Of course, he's not designing it himself, but he has a heavy input, and I like what he's doing. Also, with whoever else he has on his team, giving their input on these new title designs. I like it because the old title designs they had, I think from 2014 to or maybe 2012 to now, where I don't know when the Roman heads got introduced, but I always hated them tag titles. So I'm glad they did a switcheroo in the new era, and it should be interesting. A funny thing does happen. Triple H tries to congratulate A-Tan down, and he act like he's gonna shake his hand, but he shakes the other dude's hand, and he leaves Triple H hanging. Man, I like these dudes just joking around, you know what I mean? Even screwing around with the ball, saying if you don't like, if y'all know Paul Levesque, like the new fans, he's like the head, but really, you pull that shit on the old Triple H, oh man, it'll be some hell to pay. But Triple H is out of the talent side of the game. He's behind the scenes. He's on the creative side, so he let them slide, or did he? We will see. We will see. I never known for Triple H to get played with, and there wasn't some consequences or repercussions that happened after that. So Nick Aldis, he kind of gets annoyed and mad that they disrespected Triple H. So he already had this plan, but he says, "All right, well, y'all need to be paying attention because I got a fatal four-way tag team match y'all got to be in." So it's Legado del Fantasma, New Catch Republic, the Street Profits, and my rookie tag team of the year, the Authors of Pain. Now, visually, the commercial comes on. Now it comes back. This match is just a bunch of random spots. It was a good, solid match, though. For SmackDown, I think the live crowd enjoyed this match. All four teams doing an excellent job. And I'm not even going to lie, I'm enjoying these 6-man tag matches like the one on WrestleMania, the 4-man tag match. I mean, the 4-team tag match, the 3-team tag match. I'm enjoying that a lot more than what I thought I would have. I used to not really enjoy them, but I'm enjoying these high spots. This was another match that was a bunch of high spots. AOP, just visually, just looking at it, AOP looks like if they wanted to in real life, they could destroy everybody in that ring, no problem. AOP looks like complete monsters compared to everybody. So majority of the match, whoever they booked it, I like how they booked it, to be honest, just because like it was like 2 or 3 instances throughout the night where everybody's just trying to jump the Authors of Pain, because it was like they made them look. I know that makes the Authors of Pain look really strong, because visually, if you looking at it, you're like, yo, Authors of Pain go whip everyone ass in real life. So for the fact that, they kind of played on that and had everybody made 2-3 attempts to jump the Authors of Pain was good writing. I like that. I like that type of writing. A bunch of high spots, like I said. Make a long story short, Match was crazy. Legado del Fantasma was very impressive in this match. Now I'm pretty sure they're impressive most times. They usually have pretty good matches, but in this match, it was just a little bit of edge to them in this match. I thought they was gonna win, but Street Profits wind up winning the match. Now they're the number one contenders, and out of everybody, I knew like it's kind of once again one of the predictable matches. AOP, they're heels. You knew they wasn't gonna win. New Catch Republic, might, but they're great wrestlers, but are they about to go for the tag titles? I don't know about that. And who was the other team? Legado. They kind of booked them to lose every week. I thought Street Profits. They've been pushing Street Profits a lot. I thought they was going to give them the rub. I was leaning towards that, and they actually won. So you got Street Profits versus A-Town, and that's a hard match to call in Backlash, to be honest. That's a hard one to call. Like, do you keep the titles on A-Town, or do you put the titles on Street Profits? If it's me, I will put the titles on the Street Profits. I don't think A-Town should have got the titles in the first place, but I think we need to start giving the Street Profits a run. They've been putting in work, man, and they've been getting better and better and better and better every week. They're over with the crowd. You got Bobby Lashley in their corner. I think it's time to put the titles on them, and we're going to see what happens on Backlash, but solid match by all participants. Paul Heyman trying to talk some sense in Solo Sikoa, and Solo Sikoa did not want to hear one bit of it. Once again, Lee Fitting, the great Lee Fitting, and his new production he's bringing to WWE is superb. So you got Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman there doing their talk backstage. Paul Heyman trying to talk some sense. Solo Sikoa like, man, shut your ass up, man. It's a new regime. Then from there, the camera follows them, and he goes, duh, 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 duh. I'm taking it all. Duh, duh. Where is the ball? Where is the dog? I'm taking it all. I like solo entrance music, man. He comes out, and Paul Heyman, he cuts a promo, and he's talking his shit, and real quick, Solo grabs the mic. You know, Solo start talking his shit. Then, after commercial, he says, yeah, man, Tama Tonga, he's new member of the Bloodline. He basically reiterates what he told Paul Heyman earlier that night. Then out of nowhere, you see a bloody Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens looked like a bloody mess. He got some good color, and I was surprised because usually Friday night is like the kids show. I watch SmackDown with my daughter. She could stay up a little bit later, and you know what I mean? We watch SmackDown. That's more of a kid-friendly show, and we watched it. Kevin Owens just rolled out face full of blood. It was like, ooh, okay. And it was like, I like it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, a little color on Friday night. Okay. This just shows you that they're transitioning into that more. We're out of that PG, even the PG-13. It might start getting, I don't know what's after that. Is it mature or is it, I don't know what's after PG-13, but whatever that is, we're going a little bit into that. And they're transitioning slowly, but it looked like Kevin had a nice little gash, and that's the crazy thing about that color. It wasn't like how Cody, you could just tell he slit his shit. Kevin gash was like right here, it seemed. So maybe they did some little trickery stuff that probably I didn't notice, but you know, Kevin Owens was busted up bad, man. They're booking Tama Tonga pretty strong. They're booking him really strong. He whipped Kevin Owens bad, right? So Kevin Owens try to fight back. Oh, this fight, you know, he be on that. Oh, I like the fight stuff. Man, they beat that bull bloody, man. And when he was trying to fight back, Solo the spike. Usually he hits you right here. He caught Kevin right in the throat. Ugh. Kevin go down, of course, and then they jump him, and it was just like, man, they're booking this Bloodline 2.0 pretty strong. Paul Heyman looks petrified. You know, he's not going to say call Roman Reigns anymore because Solo broke his phone. He had to use his Apple Care. And I'm sure Paul Heyman don't want to come out his pocket again for another iPhone. So he saved it to the end of the show to call Roman Reigns about that, even though I'm pretty sure he's watching it, but that's neither here nor there. Paul Heyman continuing with his superb acting. I could watch Paul Heyman all day. This is just incredible. He's really selling this storyline. Then you got commercial after commercial. Nick Aldis shows what happened to Kevin Owens. Now this is like WWE is trying different stuff. So they see what happens. Nick Aldis starts talking shit to Paul Heyman. Yo, man, I'm telling you, man, there's going to be repercussions, man. You better check this shit. They're like, damn, what happened? So they just got a scene where this car gets T-boned backstage, but in the parking lot of the stadium. And he basically explained, well, one car was Kevin Owens' rental. The other car was tonga rental, and he basically ran his car into Kevin Owens, and that's how he was bleeding. And I'm guessing he beat him up all the way to the stage, and it was perfect timing how Solo was in the ring. So, man, I like that though. I ain't gonna shit on that segment. I like that. That was unexpected. We just thought he just caught him backstage and beat him up like we've seen a billion times. But no, he actually T-bowed him, what makes it, like I said, they're booking the Bloodline 2.0 really strong. And they're not playing no games. I like that. And I hope they continue to book it like this. Carlito versus Santos Escobar. This LWO storyline is getting stale. We're over it. We get it. This should have ended at WrestleMania. What's going to happen? We're going to ride this storyline all the way out to WrestleMania 41 so Ray can have 3 WrestleMania wins in a row? For all of that, you might as well just put the title on Ray if that's what you want to do. This storyline is getting stale. We don't care who beat up Dragon Lee backstage. We don't care. We don't care who it was. Carlito versus Santos Escobar was a solid match, but the storyline just lacks substance because no one really cares like that anymore. Regular back and forth match. Escobar wins with the Phantom Driver, and they're still trying to figure out who beat up Dragon Lee. But Dragon Lee seems fine, so it doesn't even matter. I can see if Dragon Lee was put in the hospital, put on injured reserve with Rhea Ripley for a few months. No. Dragon Lee got caught a few love taps. He missed WrestleMania, and it's just like, yo, just scratch this storyline. This shit is trash. I'm not even gonna lie. It's kind of a waste of time. Damage Control cuts promo in the stands. Jade and Bianca interrupts them. They play Jade music. I love Jade Cargill and I love Jade and Bianca, but I don't know if it's me, but it's just obvious that WWE, it's hard for me to explain like how I feel about this. I love Jade as a talent. I like the look, I like the image, I like the aesthetics, I like what they're building. Bianca Belair, we all know, Miss WrestleMania. She's undefeated. She's the best. She's the bestest. She's an elite athlete. She's top tier. I feel like they're writing this like Bianca's the little sister to Jade when it should be reversed. I know you want to put Jade over. I know you want Jade to be the star, but it just looks a certain way that Bianca is the bestest, but she's second fiddle to Jade. Like when they played the music, they played Jade music. They didn't even play Jade and Bianca. It's just Jade, 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 and I fuck with Jade, but I want them to improvise a little bit more as far as implementing Bianca into the fold and not having her be more of a second fiddle because it just doesn't look right. It doesn't seem right. And we all know that Bianca's only there to kind of help Jade get acclimated into this stage. Like, who better to learn from than somebody like Bianca? You know what I mean? She's on a Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Bayley, Sasha. She's on that level. Naomi, she's on that level. Um, I don't. We're gonna see how that turns out, but Damage Control, I'm just over them, man. Asuka's so much better than this. They need to put Asuka back in solo competition. People are forgetting how fire she was. Then they got them tag team titles. We know they're going to lose them. We know Bianca Jade is going to be the tag team titles, which I want to see. I just want to see the look of it. I want to see them go on a great run. I don't want to see Bianca be like a little sister to Jade. And I want to see them kind of like either be, they're not equal, but, you know, I don't know, man. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, to be honest. So I just got to sit and see how that plays out. Cody is in London, in United Kingdom, doing promo for his WrestleMania win still. Cody Rhodes is on the promo run around the world, and I haven't seen this probably ever. Who wins the title and just goes on a run in the whole U.S. Now he's in United Kingdom at live events. Cody Rhodes, one of the hardest working wrestlers in the business right now. Much respect. When he get back to the States, he'll have AJ Styles waiting for him. Naomi and Bayley. This is a regular match. The crowd seemed a bit cold to me. They had a cool back and forth match. I think Bayley act like she tweaks her knee. She sells it. Most of the match, she does a crazy ass elbow from the top rope that was like pretty far. Back and forth match. Now Tiffany Stratton comes in, whips on Bayley, whips on Naomi, lines them both up for the prettiest moonsault in the industry. And I gotta co-sign that. This is the prettiest moonsault in the industry. Perfectly. Like 9 times out of 10, she hits that moonsault perfectly. They might be setting up for a triple threat match. Bayley, Naomi, Tiffany. Bayley will go over. Tiffany, they still want to build her. They still want her to go through some, you know what I mean, ups and downs, build her character as a heel. Naomi, they refused to put her over before she left, after she came back. I wouldn't mind seeing Naomi get the title, but we know they're going to have Bayley go on this run for a little bit. She deserves it, and, you know, I'm not mad at that, man. And I'm going to be honest, man. Tonight's SmackDown, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I give tonight's SmackDown a 4 out of 10. It was a bunch of filler. We knew AJ Styles was going to win. Bray Wyatt, that was cool. The new tag titles, that was cool. Tag team was cool. Heyman, Bloodline, Solo was cool. Kevin Owens. Everything else I could have really did without. You know, I really stayed to watch the whole SmackDown for y'all. If I didn't have a YouTube channel and I didn't feel obligated to my subscribers to give y'all the report, I definitely would have been waiting for the highlights, and I probably would have. I don't know, maybe watch something else on YouTube or maybe watch some 90s wrestling or something because these filler shows be hard to watch. Um, they got to work on this. Honestly, they have to work on this. That's why when AEW is doing good, we get better shows from SmackDown and Raw, it seems. But when AEW is their trajectory is like not even going down, it's like really shaky right now. So I feel like the writers and the production, they don't have no real incentive to really put together something quality for 2 hours, like we're fans, man. It's late. We had a long week. Some people want to go out to the bar or fucking go out, but some people just chill and watch SmackDown. And I feel like we deserve a better product than what we get sometimes. But to be fair, it's no off season in wrestling, so you got to creatively come up with something every week, and I'm pretty sure it's fucking mentally draining and exhausting, and you only could do but so many things so many times. So I get that part of it too, but I also think that there could be a little bit more effort to put in some of these storylines, and there's so much talent in the WWE. Some of these people get swapped out to tell better storylines. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to see y'all Monday for the Raw recap. We're going to see what's going on over on that end. I got some new content, some new videos coming up, and just stay tuned, man. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the subscriptions. It felt like yesterday I just had like 7 subscribers, and now I think we're at like 115 or 17 or something like that. So we're building, we're growing, and if it's anything y'all want to watch, anything y'all want me to cover, any interviews, whatever y'all want, man, put it in the comments. You want to talk shit and troll, like I said, man, I'm gonna troll right back with you. Put it in the comments, man. But we're gonna keep building, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. It's Bobby Monsoon 215. Like, comment, subscribe.